So I want to tell you another analogy, the one with the Cordyceps. It's a family of mushrooms that grows very, in rural areas in the mountains, and it's a real story. It happens every day in nature. So what happens is the only way for Cordyceps to reproduce is that usually the other family of mushrooms are in the forest far away. So what they do is they spit out the spores, and they need some kind of transportation mean, right, to get from one family of mushrooms to the other one. So what they do is they spit out the spores. The spores hijacks or hacks into the brain of an ant, and it hijacks the brain and basically controls the brain, meaning the spore is telling the ant where to go, because otherwise it would just randomly walk around, and it tells it to exactly go to the other family of mushrooms. So what happens is it will reach the other family of mushrooms. The family of mushrooms will spit out some more spores, and as soon as those two spores meet, it will kill the ant in the brain, and a new mushroom will grow out of it. So this is something that's happening every day in nature, and the analogy is I think very beautiful, because the spore is like a parasitical movement that hacks into the brain, and it will give directions. And what happens is, why it works is that the ant believes that those directions are coming from the ant itself. It's like, for us humans, we we give so much credit to the thought system. At some point there's just thoughts coming and going. As children we don't give much importance to them, but at some point when we grow older and older and we feel like we're more serious and become adults, we give so much importance to thoughts. It's almost like we're hypnosed, by them. And so what happens is, you know, the only way to be immune to that whole system is to realize that those thoughts are not from us or about us. And once we see that, we are no longer directed by something that's outside or something that can manipulate us. And that's the key in that. And as I said, the analogy is so powerful, because what happens all day with us is exactly that. We are hypnotized to the thought system. We're so obsessed with them because we think they are about us and from us, and we never question whether that's actually the case. And once we realize, and once there's a distance that we can create, we realize that they are not from us and not about us, and then finally we can become free. Because before we always try to become free in a way, but we stay inside by calming them down through meditation or yoga and everything, but they're still ours. We manage to calm them down, but we never manage to be really free from them. We try to be free in them, but not from them. And the only way to be free from them is exactly when we realize they don't have anything to do with us.